This is what I call building a consensus among the people. So, what's the most important core issue here? It's making sure that ordinary people can truly feel that the economy is steadily and continuously improving, that the environment for market players to grow is relatively relaxed, that the business environment has been thoroughly and effectively improved, and at the same time, that economic vitality is being fully unleashed. Moreover, the competitiveness of these market players is being effectively strengthened. In plain terms, it means everyone can make money. When that happens, the market becomes active, right? The economy improves, and people are more willing to spend. China's social and economic development is shifting from production oriented to consumption oriented. This needs a transformation of fiscal, tax, and financial systems, focusing on improving people's livelihoods. This is key to this economic development model. Now, transforming and upgrading the economic model, as well as structural optimization, is actually a long-term, or at least medium to long-term, process. The third point is that the supporting social security system and fiscal and tax reforms also need to be coordinated. This means shifting from a production based to a consumption based tax system for small and medium sized enterprises, consumer oriented businesses, and other livelihood related companies, especially those offering essential infrastructure and consumer products. Fiscal and tax support, along with investment driven growth, are crucial. We face a long term investment cycle. Another important aspect is that the economy always operates based on expectations. Right now, we are in a period of economic downturn, so during this phase, we need to improve everyone's expectations and guide them toward a more positive outlook. This way, people won't feel the need to engage in precautionary savings. With a sound social security system, stable market entities, a positive economic development trend, and strong economic vitality, our society, both in terms of domestic demand and as the world's largest economy, can see investment, especially in the real economy and manufacturing, return to the historically high levels seen before 2012. Only then can we truly stimulate both market investment and consumer demand. Only then can it be fully unleashed. Only then can we achieve what? A sustained and effective improvement in positive expectations. I think this is very important. This is what I call building consensus among people. That's the core most important thing. It's making sure that everyone can feel the economy is steadily improving, that the business environment for market players is relatively relaxed, and that the overall business climate has been thoroughly and effectively improved. At the same time, economic vitality is fully unleashed, and the competitiveness of these market players is effectively strengthened. In simple terms, it means people are able to make money. When the market is active and the economy is doing well, naturally, people are more willing to spend. This also includes the capital market, which needs to cooperate as well. In the past, most of the wealth of ordinary Chinese people was tied up in real estate because housing prices kept rising, so people felt a wealth effect. On top of that, the economic environment was relatively positive, incomes were stable, and people's salaries and disposable incomes kept increasing. They were all continuously and effectively improving. So you could see that the savings rate kept dropping, and people were willing and happy to spend. Both the supply and demand sides of the consumer market were booming, so our total retail sales of consumer goods kept rising. However, in recent years, the growth rate of total retail sales of consumer goods has actually declined. So, changing these expectations is also a long term process, which means we can't expect to accomplish everything in one go. We need to gradually change, manage, and guide expectations. At the same time, I think that as members of the media and as those in charge of economic affairs and public opinion, what should we all establish? Channels and the ability to communicate with the market in a high quality way. I think this is also extremely important. This isn't just about blindly promoting economic optimism or making simple statements. It's about genuinely boosting market confidence and making sure the market can see the real, tangible improvements as our economy remains stable and continues to improve. Because of all these factors, various economic indicators, as well as the direct experiences and insights of ordinary people, everyone can clearly sense these changes. So I believe that with the driving force of domestic demand, the improvement of the economy, better expectations, and the stability and development of market players, the vitality of the economy will return. That's why, in the long run, I remain optimistic about China's economy. Of course, all of these help us from various perspectives, right? Fiscal and tax policies, social goods, what we call them, the path of China's economic development, including the public opinion environment, the business environment, the legal environment, and also the deeper reforms carried out during the process of high level opening up. All of these, in my opinion, will allow the resilience, potential, and flexibility of China's future economy to be released in a long term and sustained way. So, China's economy still has a lot of opportunities and is full of promise.